Hi, it's Dan.
And yourself?
I've got some good news I'd like to share to
We're really
people.
excited about this. Yes.
I'm off medications. Um, I just got my lab results back. My triglycerides have gone from 190 to 172. They want to be between up to 150. Um, the other labs are improving. So someone that tells you that you have to be on medications for the rest of your life, that's up to you whether you want to be or not.
Can we give them a little bit of a background for people who, a lot of people have followed us, but since we're
Mm-hmm.
doing this on YouTube, because we want people to know what's possible with their, bodies healing and not being dependent on prescription drugs all their life, that their body can heal. So a little background about kind of your starting point about the heart situation and the heart attacks and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, kind of a background.
I've had 4 heart attacks, 26 stents, been diagnosed with heart disease, high blood pressure. I was told I was going to be on medications for the rest of my life.
A lot of people hear this
Yeah,
too.
and
Yeah,
I changed my frame of mind, how I think about myself, changed my diet,
that's huge.
uh, get rid of the alcohol, get rid of the smoking,
Hmm.
the drugs, the instant gratification. If you don't feel good the next day after you've tried to make yourself happy the night before with chemicals, it probably isn't worth it.
No, well, no, absolutely, and you're compromising your organs too at that point. I mean, it's like a vicious cycle. It's either okay. The question I like to ask people is, do you really want to get well? How healthy do you want to be in your life? Do you want to, and I hear the excuse, oh, you only live once, let's party, let's, it's like, really, to me, that's kind of a foolish statement because, okay, so go ahead, do the drugs, do the alcohol, do the overeating, the junk food, and all that stuff. Really abuse the, excuse me, hell out of your body. And oh, but you're having a good time. You're partying. You only live once. In your 40s, you start breaking down. Your 50s, you start having to get on more drugs, prescription drugs. In your 60s, your eyesight, your hearing. It's like, is it worth it? Let's be real with yourself, and you have to be responsibility. If you have to be responsible for yourself, if you want to be healthy and not eke by in life.
It's
So
not the doctor's responsibility
no,
to make you well. Well, the doctor said, take these pills, do this. If you change your diet and not just add things that are supposed to make you well, get rid of things that are not making you well,
wouldn't you say most people know it's not good for their bodies?
either they know or they're just blocking it out.
Sometimes even food, over excessive food or sugars, alcohol, what do you call it, recreational drugs, whatever,
Recreational drugs.
can be a numbing out effect because instead of wanting to face what being being afraid to face certain things in their life instead of head on or getting help with that, it's better to like cover yourself, like you put blinders on, you numb yourself out with, like I said, food can even be a drug for a numbing effect. And it's really not worth it because you're going to feel really bad. And then you have another problem on top of the unresolved problem that you were trying to numb out from, right?
Yeah, in rehab, I would see people that they were there because it was court ordered. So they're satisfying somebody else. They weren't doing it for themselves. You can't get well for somebody else. You have to do it for yourself.
As far as back to you originally, you explained a little bit about your background and where you were coming from, and by the blood work you're showing, it's proof that because of change of mindset, change of diet, that you can get off of prescription drugs. Your body can heal. You've got to give them a perspective, if you would, about your triglycerides. At one point, they were what in the
14,000.
yeah Of course, he was in the hospital at that time. They weren't expecting him to get out either.
No,
And
we
then,
don't know how you're still alive.
yeah, yeah,
The doctor came in, didn't say, hello, how are you? How are you still here?
yeah. And so, I mean, that's really crazy. And then what was it, like year and a half, maybe it was 1,000, which is
Yeah,
a big difference. But then
up to
it's
1,000.
slowly been dropping, and
Yeah,
now,
it didn't really start to drop until I changed my diet and got rid of a lot of things. The diet soda, uh,
mm-hmm.
the pasta. Well, I was using spaghetti sauce. That's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's
Whole
easy
wheat
to.
pasta.
We try to trick ourselves into thinking, oh, well, this is good. It's got this on it, and it's got all this other stuff that you know. People, man, I know you're smart. You know this. Yeah, people like to. You like to kind of psych yourself out, thinking, "Oh, this is good," you know.
Excuse me, my eyes are watering. I was chopping up onions.
Oh yeah, and garlic.
And garlic. Yeah.
Yeah, we use a lot of garlic because it's a good blood cleanser and it helps with high blood pressure. But
Yeah, it's
you were
catching up with me.
on 9 different meds, or were
Yeah,
you on more
I
than
was
that?
taking 2 different kind of blood pressure medicines.
Yeah.
And nitroglycerin patches, nitroglycerin pills. On top of that, I was taking,
That's
I was
right.
wearing 2 patches at the same time.
Really, I didn't make him cry. It is the
And
onions. We're
yeah,
just making
the
dinner.
garlic was great. Yeah, don't touch your eyes.
Oh. Oh, so yeah, and then you had 2 open heart surgery. I mean,
Yeah,
guys, you can do this. You can do this, and doctors do have a role to play.
yeah, they saved my life. They got
And
me out of
yeah,
it. But
and if
at some point, it's up to me to
yeah,
change or not.
hmm and ideally preventative by taking care of yourself in the first place and stopping or not even starting things that you know are not helping your body
And
and
if
your
your friends are
mind.
giving you pressure to do it, get new friends.
They're not
They're
worth
not your
it.
friends.
No, if they really cared about you and your well-being, they wouldn't be hammering you. People that do that, it's because they're stuck in their own ways. It's the crab in the bucket thing. We've talked about that
Yeah.
before, where you got a bucket of crabs, and there was a story somebody was worried about, well, there's not a lid on the bucket. Aren't you afraid that all the crabs are going to get out? And the person who had the crabs says, no, because when one tries to crawl out, the others will pull them down. Well, that's what these kind of people that try to, try to make you feel bad or guilty because you're trying to improve your own life. That's the crab in the bucket. And you don't, you need, those are friends. They really aren't friends. Or if you're trying to stop smoking or drinking,
Yeah.
just have another cigarette
Oh,
or
yeah.
have another treat. It's like, bye bye.
If you don't do this with us, you won't be cool. Then you
No.
just go on being your version of cool, and I'll be my version
Yeah,
of
and I want
cool.
to stay alive. Thank you very much. So yeah. So this is exciting news. There again, you were on 9 meds and then nothing. And you've been doing how many sit-ups? Sit-ups a day? No, push-ups.
Push-ups. I
Push-ups.
do 75, sometimes more push-ups in the morning, and occasionally I'll do them in the afternoon too. But usually it's in the morning.
And no
I'm doing.
chest pain at all.
No, I just
Mm-mm.
I make the RV bounce a little bit when I'm doing
Uh-huh.
push-ups.
I hope the neighbors aren't. Never mind. Anyway.
And she'll be getting ready, and the RV's bounce a little bit. You must be
Yeah.
doing push-ups.
Yeah. Mhm. So there you have it. I mean, he's living proof, and I'm not on any meds either. You're almost 60. I'm almost 70, and I was taking some stuff for heartburn problems, and the doctors had me on omeprazole, and that seems to be a very common thing handed out by the doctors. And what they don't tell you is that after long-term use, and a lot of people are on this for a long time because there's so much problems with heartburn that it can start breaking down the bones, and they don't tell you that. And so, doing my own research and changing diet, I took myself off of it, and my doctor wanted me to go back on and double it. No, So instead, I was doing apple cider vinegar from the mother. It has all the pulp in it. It's, it's the better one. And I was doing that for a little while, which helped to balance out the acid. Usually, when you have heartburn, it's not too much acid, it's too little acid. I tried to tell a nurse that once, and she couldn't see it. But what I found works is I'll take like a slice of an apple and eat that. Sometimes that and some water helps. There again, pay attention to what you're consuming. If you find something irritates your esophagus, don't do it. Pay attention to your body. But, maybe at some point you might need prescription drugs, but if a doctor tells you you have to be on it the rest of your life, that's not true. That's a choice. And you get to decide ultimately if you want to believe that, or you want to take measures to get healthier in your body.
It's placebo effect.
That's true.
I didn't realize this until I started reading books about the power of the mind, the power that we all have to think.
Psycho-cybernetics.
That's one of them.
Was it?
Not all of them.
Was it Maxwell?
Maxwell Maltz.
Yeah. So yeah, that one is excellent. That
This
talks a lot
among
about that.
others. There was
Oh, yeah.
another one that's kind of along these lines called Universe. Is it?
Holographic
Universe.
Mm-hmm. You know the author of that one?
It's not coming to mind.
But Holographic Universe is the name of it. So anyway, anything else you want to say? Or
We'll just stop there. I think we've shared the most important parts.
Yeah. So please like this video, share it with others. We want people to know what's possible for themselves and in their health, and subscribe so that we can get more of these messages out.
Share, like, and subscribe.
That's right. So please do that, and welcome any comments, any questions. We'll answer any questions. If we don't know, we'll find the answer for you, okay? Or direct you to somewhere that would be helpful. So, okay.
Y'all take care now.
Ultreya, move forward with courage and in love. Bye.